Okay, this is fun, isn't it? So in this video, let's get clear. What we are now going to do is send some assets from somewhere, in my case, from my Rabby wallet, and we will send them into our vault. So you'll begin to see your vault populate with digital assets. Let's go and do it. So let me share my screen. Share my screen. Here we are. Okay, wonderful. Let me also pull up my handy dandy documents that we are going to need because we're going to need my Ravi password in a second. Here it is. It's quite helpful, isn't it, having all the pertinent information in a particular document. I've said this before, but I will say it again. By the time you watch this video, this Rabby wallet of mine will have been deleted. And obviously, I don't need to tell you this, but let me say it all the same. Never do what I'm doing right now in this video. Never share your password. Never share your seed phrase with anybody. I'm obviously doing it just for the sake of this video course, but never share your password with anyone. Right, so I've copied my Rabby password. Here we are at locked.money. Let me click on Launch Vault. Take us to a page like this. Let me click on, I think we just click up here where it says Connect Wallet. Let's click on Rabby. Let me enter my password. And we are in. Hooray! Excuse me. So here's the vault that we created a few videos ago, Locked Money for Newbies Vault. Let me click on that. Perfect. Now, if I click on the left-hand side here, it says assets. By the way, I've said this before also. I would recommend you just familiarize yourself with the dashboard in Lot Money. You know, look at what's what. You can't break anything. Just get familiar. That's the only way to learn anything. Kind of click around and just see what is where. So if I click on assets, this will show me my assets in my vault. At the moment, there's nothing here because, of course, it's empty. Let's go back to Rabby. So here we are at Rabby. Here is my Rabby wallet. At the moment, it's showing, you might remember previous videos ago, it was about, well, it was $200, wasn't it? It's showing $191 because at the time of making you this video, the markets have gone down overnight. So my Ethereum has gone down a little bit in price. In fact, if I click here on this arrow, it will actually show me. There we go. Ethereum has gone down 4%, but that's completely normal. It would go up 4%, it would go down 4%. So nothing to be concerned about there. But my point is, I do have some assets in my Rabby wallet that I now want to send to my vault. So all we need to do is back in our vault, if we click on at the top here, here's a button we haven't looked at yet. We click on receive. Clicking on that, this area will open, and here is our wallet address. I can copy this. Now you might remember, there we go, I've copied it. You might remember a few videos ago when we were looking at the navigation inside the vault, there was an icon over here. There we go, vault address. In fact, we did copy the vault address. Let me pull up my handy dandy document again. And look, we put it here, didn't we? Locked money vault address. So I've just copied it again. Let me paste it again just to confirm. Look, there we go. It's identical. So I've got my locked money vault address copied. Fantastic. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to send some Ethereum from Rabby into my vault, and we'll see it appear in a few moments' time. Let's do that. So I'm opening up Rabby. I'm going to click on send. It's very, very, particularly if this is the first time you've done this, it is very, very step-by-step and intuitive, but I do appreciate the first few times you want to think about what you're doing. Also, a quick little tip, first time you do anything, and I still do this rule, first time you send anything from anywhere to anywhere, always do a test transaction first of a small amount. Always. Don't send everything. Don't send, thousands of dollars the first time. Do $10 to check it all works correctly. And well, not that it works correctly, it does work, but to check that you're not making a human error. So I'm going to click on send, and we're being asked, what chain are we sending on? We're sending on the base chain. If I drop down and want to send on another network, we could, but we are using the base chain, as you know. I'm sending it from my Rabby main address. Perfect. Where am I sending it to? Enter the address. Well, it's the address of our vault, isn't it? Let me paste that. There we go. I always like to, as I say, triple check everything. So let me just check that I've got that document. Oh, hang on. Let me pull up my document. My Lot Money Vault address ends with 5A80. 5A80. Perfect. Now, if I wanted to, I could add this to my contacts. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. If I click on Add to Contacts, I'm going to call this Locked Money for Newbies Vault address. There we go. I'm also being asked to whitelist this. This basically means I'm giving myself permission to send from my Rabby wallet here, so that's fine. I also now need to enter my password of Rabby again. Let's quickly do that. Here's my Rabby password. So enter the password to confirm. I'm adding this to my whitelist. So if I now want to do this transaction in the future, I don't need to basically do what we're seeing right now all the time. Let me click on confirm. Perfect. Okay, so how much should we send? I only want to send a little bit of Ethereum. Let's send, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go back to CoinGecko that we looked at a few videos ago. I should have had this saved, but it's fine. CoinGecko. Let's go to Ethereum. So yes, Ethereum's gone down a little bit here since the last video. I think it was $2,800, so it's down 4%. Let's send $20 worth. So I'm going to type in $20 here, and that is, let's make a note of this, 0.0074. Can you see that here? 0.00, in fact, I think I can copy that. 0.0074, perfect. That's how much Ethereum I'm going to send. Let's go back to... Oh, okay. Because we've moved away from our Rabby wallets, it's closed, so we need to do it again. But that's no big deal. So let's do that again. It's always good to do things a few times. So let's go to Rabby. Oh, it has remembered everything. There we go. So all I need to do now is confirm we're sending on the base chain. We're sending from our Rabby wallet address. We're sending to our vault in locked money. And this is where we were up to. How much do we want to send? 0.0074 was what we agreed. I was even telling us the dollar price there, so that's fine. I've whitelisted my address as we saw a few moments ago. Now, let's click send. Simple as that. Take a couple of seconds to chug on through. It's telling me here that I haven't transacted before with this. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to click sign. I'm going to click confirm. And transaction has been created, very, very quick, as you saw. And so now the blockchain is doing its magic, and it's sending $20 of Ethereum to my vault. Remember, anytime we do any transaction, we need to, well, we will need to spend a little bit of a transaction fee in gas. We've talked about this, haven't we? And the gas token for the base chain that we're sending on is Ethereum, which is why we already have, let's go back to Rabby, we already have Ethereum. Now look, the balance has gone down. There's our $20. If I go back to locked money and I refresh my assets, let's see if it's appeared here yet. How cool is that? So now I have in my vault in locked money under my assets, I have some Ethereum. So I've now got some Ethereum in my vault, and I've also got some Ethereum in my Rabby wallet. Makes sense? Again, are you kind of beginning to feel, again, this course is called Locked Money for Newbies. I did say in video one, some of this might, you may be absolutely crystal clear with this. You might have been doing this anyway. And you're like, Chris, I know this, but there's obviously, hundreds of thousands of individuals that this is brand new to. So let's take it slowly and step by step. My advice to you would be send $10, $20 from your Rabby to your vault, and now you've started to populate your vault with assets. Great. So your vault is your financial fortress within locked money where you can safely and securely store your digital assets. You can also buy other digital assets and sell and trade. We're not going to go through all that right now, but you can do that as well. Okay, so now that we're just a little bit more familiar with the vault, now we can kind of get back to really the focus of this Locked Money for Newbies course, which is staking and earning you passive income. So let's jump back to that. We'll do that in the next video. See you there.